And now McDonald coming away with it. Here comes Stefano. Puts the brakes on, centering feed, spinning shot, scores! The Peterborough Petes complete the upset over the Kingston Frontenacs.
And it's Nick Ritchie. You called it.
Talk about a disappointing end for the Kingston Frontenacs.
Absolutely. When they put everything they put into this season to go out in the first round, and the fact that this franchise hasn't won a playoff series. And
it's weird because, like I said, it does feel like it was just yesterday. And I remember being a young guy looking up to all the older guys and looking to them for leadership advice going into those big games. And I still get the jitters before these games, but I remember going to Kingston for that Game 7, and I was just a nervous wreck. And I think it was Michael Clark pulled me aside. He's just like, hey, you know what? It's just a hockey game. Like, no matter what happens, you know, these guys were the favorite coming in this series, and we weren't really supposed to be coming back. And we ended up winning the hockey game, and that was probably the coolest hockey game of my life. Just after the goal, I remember Rich skating around the ice, and I was one of the first guys to meet up with him in that corner, and I just remember looking at all the guys like, wow, we just did that. So it was pretty special watching this and reliving some of those memories.
I'd have to say it was Rich's goal, just because I was on the ice for that. You know, as soon as that goal went in, I went to go hug him. I think I was pretty much the first guy that he passed, and he just blew right by me. He was so excited, and I was pretty excited too, but I was just chasing him all the way down the ice, and that was a pretty incredible thing.
I mean, I just took the puck to the net and it went in, I guess.
Yeah, it's not the prettiest goal, right? You're not looking for pretty goals, you're just looking for the winning goal.
No, I was just going to get everything to the net, and I guess one found in there, and we're pretty excited here.
Okay, so I have to ask you, you guys are down 3-0 after the first 3 games. You're at home, getting ready to play Game 4. I'm wondering what the discussion was in the dressing room with Coach Jody Hull.
Yeah, well, I mean, all 3 of those games were tight, and I thought we were in every single one, and we could have won at least 1 or 2 of those. So we just stuck with it and knew we had a chance, and I mean, came back and won 4 in a row, and it's my first playoffs, and it's unbelievable right now.
I think Game 6 at home here, I think we were down 3-0 heading after the first period, and you know, I think everyone probably had us written off, and you know, we just found a way to claw back and get the victory. And you know, I think anytime you get into Game 7, it's, you know, both teams, it's whatever happens.
Play goal by the Feats ties the game at 1. Still 5-on-4, 3:44 in the initial 5.
You know, for us to come back in the 7th game like we did was something I'm never going to forget for sure. And I think just, you know, going into that Game 4, we knew it was a must-win. It's like a whole different switch was turned, and that we all knew that we had to be a completely different team if we wanted to win that series, and we happened to be able to do that.
The moment that really sticks out, other than the Ritchie goal, I remember my goals pretty clearly, but the fight that, I don't know if it was the same one or if there was 2 different ones, and they were at home. I remember Rich punched McEwen, and it started a big scrum. And then I also remember what got the crowd the loudest, I think, at home, other than Gar's goal in Game 6, 5-hole from about the blue line, was when McCartney had a guy, and Lizotte was holding on, or no, Lizotte had a guy, and he punched a guy, and the guy just skated away, and the crowd went nuts. And then McCartney, he was holding on to 2 guys at center, almost at center ice, and he was fighting them both. So it was pretty cool watching that from the bench. You know, growing up, never really being a fighter, and that was my first year in the league. And watching these guys, you know, pretty much Carty was going toe-to-toe with 2 guys, and Lizzie just clocked a guy in the face, and the guy skated away. So it was pretty cool.